The strategy behind our financing project was, first of all, the deal is first of its kind in PDO, and as a result, it was very critical for us to gather and to build a very strong relationships with the banking groups. And as a result of this, at the beginning of our project, at the planning phase, we invested significant time and resource in order to build relationships with the international banks and all banks around us. And within the time frame, we were able to witness and see a very strong interest from the international banks, which enable us really to go and to launch a very attractive deal in the market. And I think we are very pleased with the outcome of the deal. We did have quite a lot of objectives, and those objectives were categorized into 3 areas. The first one is the cost, timing, and the quantum. In terms of the cost, we wanted to secure optimum transaction that give us a very competitive pricing. And I think this was one of the very challenging given the market condition during the transaction. The second objective is the timing. We require the financing to be in place in Q2 2016. And the other objective was to ensure that we achieve the required level of funding. Our objective did not change significantly during the transaction period, and we reasonably achieve all our objectives. The key reason behind it is that we did, as I mentioned earlier, we invest quite a lot of time and resource in gathering information and building the relationship. I think that's helped us at the end to achieve a very competitive transaction. We have considered a number of financing options at the beginning of the project. However, after reviewing these options, we're not persuaded because they did not meet majority of our objectives. Now, for example, the project financing, it is one of the financing options that we have considered. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the objectives is to secure the financing within a very short time frame. However, project finance was not able to be implemented with this time frame. On the other side, the pre-export finance we implement were able to do it with a reasonable, very short time. Ultimately, the pre-export finance enable us to secure a very competitive transaction, and as you are aware, we are oversubscribed, and which enable us to upsize the facility while at the same time to scale back some of the bank's commitments levels.